A deception. The vast emptiness of space stretched before Captain Maya Chen as she stood on the bridge of the EDF Horizon, Earth's supposed first interstellar diplomatic vessel. Through the view screen, the massive crystalline structure of the Galactic Council's headquarters station glittered against the backdrop of a violet nebula, its spires and domes housing representatives from over 300 spacefaring civilizations. Docking procedures initiated, Captain. Lieutenant Cano reported from his station. The Council has assigned us berth 47C, apparently in the auxiliary diplomatic section. Maya nodded, keeping her expression neutral despite the implied slight. Proceed as instructed, Lieutenant. Remember our mission parameters. The mission was clear. Present Earth as a fledgling spacefaring civilization, eager to join the galactic community but technologically inferior and militarily weak. Maya and her crew had been carefully selected and trained for this role, a deception years in the planning. As the Horizon docked with a convincing display of cautious maneuvering, Maya studied the other vessels in the massive hangar. Sleek warships with designs far beyond what Earth was supposedly capable of understanding dwarfed their modest diplomatic cruiser, or so it would appear to observers. Final checks on our operational mask, Maya ordered quietly. Make sure our emissions and power signatures remain consistent with our cover story. The delegation that greeted them at the airlock was a diverse assembly of beings. At their head stood High Counselor Vexor, a tall, willowy alien with silver-blue skin and 4 arms, flanked by representatives from what Maya recognized as the Triskelion Confederacy and the Mikuri Dominion, 2 of the more powerful factions within the Council. Welcome, humans. Vexor's voice resonated with a melodic quality that Maya's translator rendered perfectly. The Galactic Council is pleased to receive representatives from Earth. Your achievement of rudimentary faster-than-light travel has qualified your species for observer status. We look forward to guiding your development. Maya bowed slightly, the gesture calculated to appear respectful but slightly awkward. High Counselor, we are honored by your reception. Earth is eager to learn from the wisdom of the galactic community. As they were escorted through the station's ornate corridors, Maya couldn't help but notice the dismissive glances and barely concealed smirks from passing aliens. Her enhanced hearing caught snippets of conversation her translator struggled with, but the tone was unmistakable: condescension. The council chamber itself was a vast amphitheater, its tiered seating arranged to accommodate the diverse physiologies of hundreds of species. The Earth delegation was directed to a small section near the bottom, far from the central deliberation area. Esteemed colleagues, Vexor addressed the assembly. Today we welcome representatives from Earth, a young species who has recently achieved primitive faster-than-light capabilities. They seek the guidance and protection of the Council as they take their first tentative steps among the stars. A ripple of murmurs and chuckles spread through the chamber. Maya maintained her diplomatic smile while cataloging every reaction, every gesture. A massive reptilian being rose from one of the upper tiers. Let us be practical, High Counselor. What resources does Earth bring to the Council? What technologies or strategic value does this primitive world offer? Maya stood, projecting an image of nervous determination. Earth is rich in cultural diversity and natural resources, Ambassador. While our technology may be modest by Council standards, we have a long history of innovation and adaptation. Yes, the reptilian waved a dismissive claw. But what of your defenses? Surely a species as underdeveloped as yours must understand the dangers that lurk in the void. Without proper protection, your system could fall prey to unfortunate circumstances. The threat was thinly veiled, and Maya felt a flicker of genuine anger, which she quickly suppressed. We have developed defensive capabilities appropriate for our technological level, Ambassador. Earth's primary focus has been on peaceful exploration and diplomacy. This elicited outright laughter from several council members. Vexor raised a hand for silence, though Maya noted the amusement in his 7 pupilled eyes. Perhaps we are being too harsh on our new friends, Vexor said smoothly. They are here to learn, after all. The Council has guided many young civilizations to maturity. Over the next 3 days, the pattern became clear. The Council viewed Earth as little more than a curiosity, a primitive world ripe for exploitation under the guise of protection and development. Maya and her team attended numerous briefings and tours, always maintaining their facade of wide-eyed wonder while gathering crucial intelligence on the Council's true power dynamics and technological capabilities. During a rare private moment in their quarters, Lieutenant Kano approached Maya with concern etched on his face. "Captain, I've been monitoring communications between several Council representatives. The Mikari are already discussing resource extraction agreements for our solar system. They're talking about us as if we've already surrendered sovereignty." Maya's eyes hardened. And the Triskelions. Worse, their military delegation has been assessing Earth's supposed defensive capabilities. They believe we would fall within days of a concerted effort. "Let them believe that," Maya said quietly. "It's exactly what we need them to think." On the final day of their visit, Vexer approached Maya with what appeared to be a generous offer. "Captain Chen, the Council has deliberated and decided to extend Earth's special protected status. We will dispatch a peacekeeping fleet to your system to ensure your safety as you develop. This is a rare honor for such a young species." Maya recognized the proposal for what it was, thinly disguised military occupation. "High Counselor, I'm deeply honored by the Council's generosity. However, I lack the authority to accept such a significant proposal. I must consult with Earth's governing body." A flash of annoyance crossed Vexer's features before his diplomatic mask returned. "Of course, Captain. But do impress upon your leaders the importance of accepting our protection. The galaxy can be most unforgiving to those who stand alone." As the Horizon prepared to depart, Maya gathered her team for a final briefing. "The situation is exactly as intelligence predicted. The Council views us as easy prey, a resource-rich world with minimal defenses. Several factions are already positioning themselves to claim Earth as a protectorate, which would effectively mean colonization." "Will they follow us home?" asked Communications Officer Park. "Count on it," Maya replied. "The Mikari and Triskelions will almost certainly send observer vessels to track our return trajectory. Once we're clear of the Council's immediate sensor range, we'll activate our stealth systems and proceed to Rendezvous Point Omega for the real journey home." As the Horizon pulled away from the station, Maya watched the glittering structure recede on the view screen. The Council thought Earth was naive, primitive, defenseless. They had no idea what was waiting for them. "Take us out, Lieutenant Kano," she ordered. "It's time for Earth to show the galaxy what we're really made of." The Horizon's engines flared convincingly as it departed, maintaining the illusion of basic propulsion technology. Deep within the ship's core, however, much more advanced systems hummed with potential energy, waiting for the moment to reveal Earth's true capabilities. Maya allowed herself a small, determined smile. The deception had worked perfectly. The real challenge, and Earth's moment of revelation, was just beginning. The revelation. Admiral Rhea Hassan stood in the Strategic Command Center beneath the Himalayas, her dark eyes focused on the massive holographic display that showed the approaching Galactic Council peacekeeping fleet. 57 vessels, including 3 dreadnoughts that the Council had assured Earth's delegation were merely administrative flagships, moved in tight formation toward the solar system. "They're not even trying to be subtle," remarked General Winters, who commanded Earth's ground forces. "They expect no resistance worth mentioning." Hassan nodded, her expression calm but determined. Humanity has spent a century preparing for this moment, since discovering the Council's observation probes in the Kuiper Belt. Today, we end the charade. The Council fleet had bypassed the standard diplomatic protocols, dismissing Earth's requests for clarification of their intentions. Their transmission had been brief and patronizing. The fleet came to establish a protective presence to safeguard Earth's development, and would arrive within 24 hours to begin integration of Earth into the galactic security framework. Status of Ghost Shield, Hassan asked. Colonel Ramos, head of Earth's defensive systems, straightened. Operating at peak efficiency, Admiral. Council scanners are only detecting what we want them to see. Minimal orbital defenses, rudimentary satellite networks, and plenty of valuable resources. And the Phantom Fleet. All vessels at combat readiness, concealed at designated points throughout the solar system. Sol Command, Lumna Base, and Mars Defense Platform are fully operational but invisible to Council scans. The moment you give the order, we can reveal our full capabilities. Hassan studied the tactical display. The Council fleet had passed Neptune's orbit and was accelerating toward Earth. Their formation suggested they anticipated minimal resistance, a standard subjugation approach used on dozens of other worlds. They've ignored our final warning to halt their approach, communications reported. The Mikari commander has responded that primitive species often fear what they don't understand, and that we should welcome the Council's benevolent guidance. Hassan's lips curved in a tight smile. Then they leave us no choice. Initiate Operation Daybreak. Throughout the solar system, systems that had remained dormant or hidden sprang to life. On Mars, massive hangar doors slid open on facilities that Council scans had registered as nothing more than natural formations. From Jupiter's moons, advanced weapon platforms emerged from beneath icy surfaces, and around Earth itself, the Ghost Shield, humanity's greatest technological achievement, began to deactivate, segment by segment. Aboard the Council flagship, Fleet Commander Zav of the Mikari Dominion was reviewing the final subjugation protocols when his tactical officer interrupted with a panicked report. Commander, we're detecting massive energy signatures throughout the solar system, signatures that weren't there moments ago. Impossible, Zav dismissed. Their technology is primitive. Our scans have confirmed this repeatedly. Sir, I'm detecting over 200 military vessels appearing from nowhere. They were completely masked from our sensors until now. The view screen shifted to show sleek warships emerging from concealment around Earth, Mars, and the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. The vessels were unlike anything in the Council database. Smooth, lethal-looking craft with weapon systems that made the Mikari commander's scales bristle with alarm. This can't be right, he muttered. Check your instruments. The humans barely achieve faster-than-light travel. They cannot possibly. Incoming transmission from Earth, Commander, his communications officer reported, voice trembling. The image of Admiral Hassan appeared on the main view screen, her dark uniform bearing insignia the Council had never seen before. Council Fleet, this is Admiral Rhea Hassan of the Earth Defense Force. Your unauthorized approach toward our planet constitutes an act of aggression. You will halt immediately and withdraw to the orbit of Neptune, or we will be forced to demonstrate exactly how primitive our defenses really are. Zav struggled to maintain his composure. What is the meaning of this deception? You presented yourselves as a developing species. Hassan's expression remained impassive. We simply allowed you to see what you expected to see, Commander. Humanity has learned through careful observation that the Council often exploits technologically inferior civilizations under the guise of protection. We chose not to risk our sovereignty. As if to emphasize her point, a massive dreadnought decloaked directly above the Council fleet, dwarfing even their largest vessel. Its sleek black hull bristled with weapon systems beyond anything in the Council's arsenal. This is the EDF Reckoning, Hassan continued. Just one of our Titan-class vessels. We have several more throughout the system, along with our standard fleet. I suggest you reconsider your approach, Commander. Zab's tactical officer was nearly hysterical. Sir, their weapon systems are beyond anything in our database. Their energy signatures suggest capabilities at least 3 tiers above what the Council possesses. How did they hide this? On Earth, Hassan watched the Council fleet's reaction with grim satisfaction. They're halting their advance, Colonel Ramos reported, and they're beginning to withdraw to Neptune's orbit as instructed. Maintain combat readiness, Hassan ordered. This is just the beginning. Within hours, the Galactic Council convened an emergency session. The chamber that had once echoed with dismissive laughter at humanity's expense was now filled with tension and fear as the representatives viewed footage of Earth's true military might. "This changes everything," High Counselor Vexer stated, his usual composure shattered. "The humans have not only managed to conceal their true technological development, but have demonstrated capabilities that rival or exceed our own." The reptilian ambassador who had mocked Earth's defenses days earlier was notably silent. "We must reassess our approach," Vexer continued. "It seems the humans have been observing us for far longer than we realized. Their deception was masterful." Captain Maya Chen, now revealed as Deputy Intelligence Director Chen, addressed the council with a very different demeanor than she had shown previously. Gone was the hesitant diplomat. In her place stood a confident representative of a major galactic power. "The Council has a choice," Chen stated clearly. "Earth is prepared to engage in genuine diplomatic relations, as equals. We have no interest in domination or conflict, but we will not tolerate any threats to our sovereignty or attempts to exploit our resources. The decision is yours." The debates within the Council lasted for days. Some factions advocated for immediate military action to contain the human threat, while others recognized the futility of such an approach against Earth's demonstrated capabilities. Gradually, a new consensus emerged, one that acknowledged humanity as a major power that could not be subjugated or controlled. 2 weeks after the revelation, Admiral Hassan stood with Director Chen on the observation deck of Luna Base, watching Earth rotate serenely below them. "The Triskelions have withdrawn their military presence from the Proxima Centauri system," Chen reported, "and the Makari have requested formal trade negotiations. Several of the Council's smaller members have already proposed alliance treaties." Hassan nodded, her eyes still fixed on the blue planet below. "And the others?" "Still wary, still plotting. The Council wasn't built on cooperation, Admiral. It was built on power. The strong dominance, and the weak being protected or exploited. We've upset that balance." "Good," Hassan replied simply. "Perhaps it's time for a new paradigm." As night fell over Earth, billions of humans went about their lives, most still processing the revelation that their world was not only not alone in the galaxy, but was in fact one of its most advanced civilizations. The century-long deception, hiding their true technological progress from Council observation, had been a gamble, but one that had paid off spectacularly. Earth now stood revealed not as a primitive world in need of protection, but as a formidable power that demanded respect. The galactic order had been irrevocably altered, and humanity had secured its place among the stars not through conquest or subjugation, but through patience, ingenuity, and strategic foresight. In the vast chamber of the Galactic Council, a new emblem now hung alongside those of the founding members. Earth's blue sphere, a symbol of a power that had emerged from the shadows to reshape the future of the galaxy. The stars had always belonged to humanity. The rest of the galaxy was only just beginning to understand.